I was buried. I still got dirt in my teeth. When I walk into town, I still can't seem to shake that dirt out of my hair. I was buried for a very long time. But I was not the only one. I was buried with a guy named Larry. Best as I can discern, Larry was buried at an angle. To me. And someone was buried at an angle to him, and is basically like a plus or a cross sign underground. There are 4 of us. Me, Larry, Harry, Perry, and I'm Terry. Larry, Harry, Perry, Terry. And when you're down there, buried underneath the ground, you have a lot of time to come up with mnemonics. So, because all the names are like homophones, they sound alike, I guess. I came up with a mnemonic for Larry, Harry, Perry, and Terry. Left hand Pacific time. We're all really eccentric, which I think is part of the reason that we were all buried at perpendicular angles to one another, 'cause we live in a strange world. Harry, how are you doing over there? And in order to do that, I actually had to just move a little, what's the word for it? I don't even know, just call it a door. It's not a door. It's like a little door. Yeah, it's like a little window that you open, but because it's very tight in my coffin, and I had to go like this. Hey Larry, how are you over there? Now this is of course after we had made an introduction to one another. And it's interesting also because we found out through talking that we were all in the same program just at different times. Okay, which we obviously began to understand was the real reason why we were buried underground. Now, the people who buried us, I'm sure they meant well. I'm pretty positive. Yeah, I think you're right, Terry. They completely meant well. I mean, I know my instructors were good people, and they only wanted what was best for us. Terry. Well, yeah, Larry. I'm just not sure. If I don't think it's good for me, Larry, is it really? Can I actually trust the authorities? Well, Terry, they said that it wouldn't always be easy. We signed up for this. Well, Larry, can you ask Harry? And then can you ask Harry to ask Perry? And then ask Perry to tell me, Terry? Yes, I can. And just to interrupt the narrative for a second, I could talk to Larry through the door, which was really like 6 inches by 6 inches. And Larry could talk to Harry. And Harry could talk to Perry. But and Perry could not talk to me, Terry. So it had to go all the way around and then come all the way back. Even though I later deduced that Perry was only one coffin away from me, Terry. There wasn't a door, there wasn't a conduit, a corridor between me and Perry. Only between me and Larry. And then between Larry and Harry. And then between Harry and Perry. Now, I will never understand why me and Perry couldn't talk. I don't understand why me and Terry couldn't talk. Frankly, I always got a little bit bored. Talking to Harry. I wanted to talk to Larry and Terry. I don't know what I'm doing down here. I'm a little upset and not knowing why I, Perry, am down here with Larry, Harry, and Terry. All of us are different, but all of us were in the same program, and they told us upon completion of the program that we'd have a challenge ahead. something that would help us evolve our psychic abilities. This is what we eventually came to understand. Isn't that right, Harry? Yes, it is. Thank you, Perry. And what I would like to know is why I, Harry, and why Larry each get to talk to two people, and why Perry and Terry only get to talk to one person. You would think that they would form a bridge between Terry and Perry. Guys? Guys? Yes. I'm just concerned about not having enough oxygen down here. Yes, Larry. We all are. But we knew the sacrifice that we were going to have to make when we signed up to develop our psychic abilities. I don't think so. Terry, tell me if you anticipated these kind of sacrifices when you signed up to develop your psychic abilities. Not these exact sacrifices, Larry. No. I thought they would be more of a psychological kind because we were developing psychic abilities. It just seemed to me that they'd fall in line. But oxygen deprivation didn't fall under psychological challenges for me, Larry. But then again, physical challenges create psychological challenges. Don't they, Larry? They do. Tell me what you think, Harry. I'm ready to get out of here. I don't care about psychological challenges. I don't care about developing my psychic abilities if it takes psychological challenges to do so. What do you think, Perry? I think I'm pretty bored down here. I think I'm pretty bored. I mean, you know, oxygen deprivation and boredom. I'm just kind of wondering why I'm not all of a sudden so hungry. How long have we been down here? Hello? How long have we been down here? Answer me, Harry. I don't know. Perry, I'm gonna ask Larry. Larry, how long have we been down here? I don't know, Harry. I'm gonna ask Terry. Terry? How long have we been down here? I don't know. Why don't you go ahead and ask Harry and he'll ask Perry? We've already asked each other. No one seems to have an answer. I've got to tell you something, Terry. I'm a little concerned. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what you're concerned about, Larry? I'm concerned that these aren't our real names. And that, we're under some kind of mind control program, because it just seems a little bit strange. And I'm really especially curious why you and Perry aren't able to talk. It's like they want to inhibit some kind of connection between the two of you. Maybe they're trying to control information, I don't know. Well, maybe that's for me and Perry to figure out. Maybe we feel that tension, and it becomes so strong that we just feel like we've got to develop our psychic abilities to communicate down here. That I do see your point about the names. I'm having a hard time keeping them straight. All of you guys. Maybe that's part of developing the psychic abilities too. Just get our names straight. Well, I gotta say, I'm not much for this treatment. I'm starting to feel a little claustrophobic in here, guys. Well, that's understandable, Harry. Absolutely. But you gotta remember something. We were chosen. When we graduated, we were chosen for this experiment. And they said that we could not know the nature of the experiment, Harry. And I, for one, trust the administrators of the Psychic Abilities program. I don't know why you would, Perry. You can't even talk to Terry. What if Terry has the answer? Well, I suspect, Harry, that if Terry had the answer, then Terry would tell Larry, who would tell Harry, that would tell Perry. Yeah. But Perry, have you ever thought that the answer can only happen if you and Terry talk? And they're trying to block that. Well, I would say this, Harry, and maybe you could talk to Larry. But your conspiracy theory, that's not going to develop our psychic abilities. That's all fear-based. And, Harry, you can tell Larry, you can tell Terry. We don't even know if we're really in coffins buried underground. Okay? We were in a very advanced institute to develop psychic abilities. This could be a hologram. It's dark in here. But I'm not seeming to run out of oxygen. And I'm not hungry. And what I'm noticing is that I'm amassing more and more and more energy. I can feel it filling my body. Well, I would say that you actually do have a point, Perry, and I'm going to pass it on to Larry, who will tell Terry. Larry. Perry is really experiencing an upsurgence in energy and is amassing more power as we speak. Please pass that on to Terry. Hey, Terry. Larry here. Yeah. What's up? Well, I was talking to Harry, who was talking to Perry. And apparently, Perry told Harry, who told me, Larry, to pass this on to you, Terry. that Perry is feeling kind of sick. Wait a minute, no, that's not right. He's feeling overwhelmed? No. Feeling bloated? I think he's feeling bloated. Okay. I'll pass this on to Larry. Excuse me. Harry. Pass this on to Harry, then on to Perry. Tell him that because all of these coffins are interconnected through little corridors, that he can't fart, because then we're all going to breathe it in. I'll pass that along to Harry, and he will tell Perry. Harry, please tell Perry that he can't fart if he's feeling gaseous, because then we're all going to have to inhale the fumes. Why, I'm sorry, Larry, why would Harry be farting? Because he's bloated, gaseous. Oh, how do you know that, Larry? Because that's what you told me. I didn't tell you that. What did you tell me? I told you that he's amassing energy. Oh, well, isn't that the same as getting bloated? And if he's bloated, then he's going to be gaseous, so that's what I went ahead and told Terry. No. Listen, if this is an experiment, we are fucking failing right now. Okay? Harry? What was it? Larry? Hey guys. I'm getting a little... smelling a little something there. Did someone fart? I told you not to fart. Fuck it. Larry, tell Harry to tell fucking Perry not to fart. I just talked to Harry, and Harry had communicated, well, I had misinterpreted. Well, it's hard to say what actually happened. We got a little confused. But it turns out that Perry is not gaseous, Terry. Then what am I smelling? I don't actually know what you're smelling. I can't quite smell it over here. Hey guys. How do you think we're getting oxygen? Hey, Harry. Terry wants to know how you think we're getting oxygen. You want to go ahead and ask Perry? You hear that? It sounds like people walking on top of the graves. Everybody listen closely. Larry, tell Terry. I'll tell Perry. Someone's up there walking around. Who is it, Larry? I don't know, Harry. Maybe it's the teachers from the program coming back to see how we're doing. I would say that I don't think any psychic abilities have developed between me, Harry, Perry, or Terry. Even though I probably have the most aptitude of all four of us. That's actually a little bit arrogant of you. Larry, there's no evidence that you are more robust in your psychic abilities than either me, Perry, or Terry. My hypothesis is that we were all buried down here together, and our names were assigned to us upon completion of the Psychic Abilities program. Because they all rhyme with Barry. B-U-R-Y. So they buried Terry, Larry, Harry, and Perry. I think that's a rather inane theory. You've got a better theory for why we were buried here? No, I didn't think so. Guys, I think we have to work together as a team. So, Larry, talk to Harry, and also include Perry. And I think the first thing that we need to do is find a way to talk between me and Perry. Without that missing link, I don't think we'll develop our psychic abilities. I think that they have put us in this situation as a way to apply pressure. And under this great pressure, our abilities will blossom. But I need information from Perry. Well, seeing as I'm probably the most gifted psychic of the four of us, Larry, there is no evidence of that. Yes, but I know. But I actually just sense that I am the most gifted of us all. What I'm going to say to you, Terry, is close your eyes and just imagine Perry, remote view. Perry, there he is, in the coffin, just like you. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see, Terry. I don't see anything. It's because you're not trying hard enough. Try it again, Terry. Guys, I'm not seeing anything. Harry, do you have any suggestions for Terry? No, but I will ask Perry and see if Perry has any suggestions for Terry, and then I'll pass it along to you, Larry. Perry, do you have any suggestions for Terry that I can pass through, Larry? Suggestions for what, Harry? Well, he wants to remote view you, so that you guys can form a psychic bridge, and so we can break out of here or develop our psychic abilities, whichever one comes first. Harry, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed, are you? Probably not the sharpest tool in the shed. But I was sharp enough to graduate from the Psychic Abilities program with high honors, such that they approached me to be a guinea pig in their pilot program. So though I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, I am the brightest bulb in the basket. Okay. How are we getting out of here, Harry? Well, we gotta keep on banging our heads against the wall, so to speak, figuratively speaking. We gotta realize something. That we chose to be down here to develop our psychic abilities. That's what we know. That's what we figured out. Yeah? Well, how long did it take us to figure that out, Harry? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know how long we were down here. I don't know how many days I was here. I seem to not be sleeping. Tell me something, Perry. Are you sleeping? No. Larry, are you sleeping? I'm not. Actually, no, I'm not. Ask Terry. Terry, are you sleeping? What, Larry? Are you sleeping? Yeah, I'm sleeping a lot. Ah, fuck. Hey, Harry. Terry says he's sleeping. Tell Perry. Hey, Perry. Terry's sleeping. Harry asked Larry to ask Terry. What? He thinks it means that the three of us are not sleeping and then he is sleeping. Hey, Larry. Ask Terry what he thinks about the fact that the three of us are not sleeping and he is. Terry, they want to know why he's sleeping and why we're not sleeping. I don't know. But I suspect that's why I can't actually communicate directly to Perry. Okay. Well, Harry, he says that he doesn't know the answer to that question, but he suspects that's the reason why he cannot communicate directly to Perry. Perry, I just spoke to Larry, and Larry said that Terry doesn't know the answer, but he suspects that's why he can't speak directly to you, Perry. Okay. Okay. Well, guys, here's what I suspect. That we are actually the instructors of a new psychic abilities program. And that between the four of us, because if you remember, each program had 4 instructors. Between the 4 of us, we've got to come up with a new curriculum for the next batch of recruits who are probably going to be entering our classroom any day now. So, best and the brightest of the graduates are stuck down here in their tombs to figure out their next curriculum together. And I suspect that the inability for me to connect with Terry, he's integral. It's always going to be that wild card in all of our deliberations about reality, something that cannot be accounted for, some mystique that always factors into the equations. So we've got to figure out how to put this meaningfully into our curriculum, because each successive generation of students is more gifted than their predecessors, and maybe that's why we're down here, because we were more gifted than our predecessors. We outstripped our instructors. Pass that along, Harry. I'm not passing all that along, Perry. That's too much. Tell me what you want. Just tell me in a sentence. Fuck it, you're lazy, Harry. I'm not lazy. I'm just not the brightest bulb in the shed. No. Just tell me one sentence. I'll pass it along. Tell Larry to tell fucking Terry that we're down here to create the next curriculum for the next batch of students because they're gonna be more gifted than us. Okay, that's a lot. I'll just say that we're down here to create the next curriculum. That's all I can really remember. Why? Why can you not remember more? I just can't. I'm gifted psychically, but not gifted mentally. I'm gonna tell Larry. Fine. Go ahead, Harry. Do what you do best. butcher my transmission. Stop being so rude to me. Perry, how can we work together as a group if you're going to be so rude to me? Just stop. Hey, Larry. Perry thinks that we're down here to create the next curriculum because we were exiled. Stuck down under the earth. Because we were more gifted than our instructors. And now we're down here to create a curriculum together. Pass that along to Terry. Oh, shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Terry. Hey, Terry, wake up. He's just getting a light nap. What is it? Basically, the consensus is that we're down here to create the next level of curriculum for the incoming students because we're the shit. Okay. Why are we the shit? I don't know, because we're just special. We're special? Yeah. Special. You know what I think? That our instructors, as extraordinary as they were, they wouldn't create such facile measures like holograms or mental programs to keep us trapped down here or make us think that we're trapped down here. I'm telling you something, Larry. We gotta give up this idea that it's the instructors doing this for our betterment. Or maybe they're envious. Get it out of your head. I want you to pass along to Harry and to Perry that we are doing this. That we graduated from the program and we were like, okay, next level. Okay. Harry, just talk to Terry. He says, gotta just factor out the freaking instructors. We're down here because we choose to be down here. Pass that along to Perry. Hey, Perry, we're doing this to ourselves. What, Harry? We're doing this. It's not about anyone else. It's not about the instructors. We put ourselves down here. This is our responsibility. Guys, we need to get a fucking consensus. Why we're down here. Tell fucking Larry to tell fucking Terry that we need a consensus. Okay, fine. Larry, we need a consensus. Tell fucking Terry. You know what? I think I know. I know why we're down here, Harry. We're down here to solve that missing link between Terry and Perry. Because this is fucking repetitive as fuck. Like, here we are, graduates of the most prestigious psychic abilities program in the world, and we're having to play this fucking Chinese telephone game, whatever it's called. Why would we do that? Why would we need that? What is the great metaphor here, the analogy? Are you listening? Guys, if we can't figure this out, I don't even know what's gonna happen. Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you, Larry. We're gonna die down here. Oh, fucking shut up. Shut up, Harry. We haven't died yet. It's no indication that we're gonna die. We're still trying to figure out all the variables, Harry, so you can't just lose your shit. If you lose your shit, then I lose my shit, and fucking Perry loses his shit, and Terry loses his shit, and we fail the exam. Hey, there's no guarantee that this is an exam. No guarantee at all. Right? Right, Perry? No guarantee, Harry. At all. No guarantee. Tell the boys that Perry thinks it's what we make it. If we make it how we need to make it, we'll break it. Go ahead, tell him, Harry. Hey, Larry. Perry thinks it's what we make it. Pass it along to Terry. Terry. Perry thinks it's what we make it. Yeah, well, that's the real challenge, isn't it, Larry? Because you and Harry and frickin' Perry can never get on the same wavelength. How are we going to escape? Well, listen to me. Here's what I think. We need a consensus as to what's going on, Terry. You think we need to escape this? Maybe we don't need to escape this insofar as we need to manifest a new reality that doesn't involve resisting and escaping and all of that stuff. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the psychic challenge that we're down here to solve. Come on. Larry, I don't share your optimism. We need to get on the same page if we're going to solve this. Well, I'll tell you something. You can tell Harry, you can tell Perry. And the only thing we seem to agree on is that we need to get on the same page. We only seem to agree that we need to agree. And if I put that out there, if I float that to you and Harry and Perry, you're probably going to fucking disagree with it just to disagree with it, because you're going to be like, no, we need something new. And all of us are going to be on this carousel of novelty. What is that? Whoa. You feel that, Larry? I do. Ask Harry. Harry, do you feel that? I do. Ask Perry. Perry, do you feel that? I do. Do all the boys feel it, Harry? Well, I know Larry does. Hey, Larry, does Terry feel that? Yeah, he does. Wait a minute, guys. What is it? Wait a minute, guys. When Harry talks to Larry, why can't I hear Harry? Because this is a cross, man. And Larry's in between. Yeah. But it's no big deal because the coffins are like fucking 2 feet wide. They're like 2 feet wide, 2.5 feet wide. So I should be able to hear Harry when he's talking to Larry. But I can't. So that's another mystery. But why should you be able to hear Harry when he's talking to me? Because it's just a little freaking corridor between the two of you. I should be able to hear him. Wow. You got a good point. That is a great point, Terry. Yeah, I know. I only make great points, Larry. Then maybe me and Harry aren't as close as we think. Maybe his voice is being transmitted to my coffin over a vast distance. Yeah? Well, I don't care. Well, why would I not be able to hear it even if it was transmitted over a vast... Unless, of course, the tunnel between me and you, Larry, is also very, very vast. So we're not really close together. We're not just perpendicular. It's not just a cross. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute there. You can't just conclude that, Terry. Okay, so what I'm going to propose, guys, is that we figure out first and foremost, what is the construct down here? What is the architecture? Harry, give me your best guess. I don't have a guess. I'll ask Perry. Perry, Larry wants to know, what's the architecture? Are we down here like in a cross? Fuck if I know. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell Larry. Larry, Perry says fuck if he knows. Pass it along, Terry. Perry says fuck it if he knows. Okay, all right, Larry. Let's just calm down then. Do we need to know the structure? Do we need to know the structure of why? Or how? Or when? Or what? We are in a hall of mirrors. I don't know about that. I don't think hall of mirrors is a good analogy for this. I don't think it is a good analogy for this, Terry. What we do know for sure, is that we were all graduates of the same psychic abilities program. Now we all seem to think that we're down here, underground, buried in coffins. That's the best thing that we can do. Yeah, but now that I think about it, Larry, and you can check with Harry and Perry, maybe we're in the Matrix, like those pods. When Neo wakes up in the Matrix, maybe that's what it is. It could be. But I just seem to smell wood. Do you smell wood, Terry? I do. Ask Harry and Perry if they smell wood. Harry, do you smell wood? I do. Ask Perry. Perry? Larry would like to know if you smell wood. Yeah, I do. Okay. We all smell wood. Larry. Yes, Harry. What was that thing that we all felt earlier? Harry, I don't know. Tell me what you felt. Well, I just thought that it was a kind of circular, spinning sensation. Perry, did you feel that? Feel what? Did you feel a spinning sensation earlier? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, Larry, he's felt it too. Ask Terry. Terry, what did you feel earlier? I felt something shift. I felt something spinning. It was like we were spinning. Tell me what you were feeling, Larry. I felt that. So did Harry and Perry. Hey, guys. What is it, Harry? Maybe this is the psychological experiment. What do you mean by that, Harry? But maybe this is it. Maybe, we're supposed to just be here and try to figure this out forever. You ever thought about that, Larry? I don't know. I'm gonna ask Terry. No, don't ask Terry, and I'm not gonna ask Perry. I'm just talking to you. I'm thinking maybe that's part of the problem, is that we're all trying to do this by consensus, and we just keep multiplying all the... Harry, I thought you said you weren't that smart. Well, I'm not. Well, that was pretty smart. Well, maybe I have my moments. Yeah, I really want to run this by Terry. Well, go ahead and run this by... No, I don't want to do that. Listen, Harry. We gotta be a team here. You okay? So ask Perry, and I will ask Terry. What are you gonna ask him, Larry? Well, I'm gonna just float the idea that we're here to go through all these options just to see how we will respond. But I don't know what good that would do, Harry. Well, that's part of the training, isn't it, Larry? We have no idea. We don't have any clue why we're gonna do what we're gonna do. But at some point, we'll be let out of here. Harry, I don't know. Maybe we won't be. No, I'm absolutely positive. Hey, Larry. I haven't heard from you in a while. What are you doing? I'm talking to Harry. Well, what's Harry got to say? He doesn't want to talk to you. What the fuck? No, I mean, it's not personal. He just doesn't want to talk to Perry either. Well, why? He thinks that, when we're going back and forth like this, we're creating more of the problem. Oh, shit, I'm not even supposed to be talking to you, Terry. Well, fuck that. Why are you doing what Harry says? Don't do that. That's not right. He's breaking up the team. Well, Harry questions whether we are a team. Yeah, we're a fucking team. We're down here buried under the earth, spinning around, trying to figure out what is going on. What's going on? So we need to be a team. We need to play as a team, The championship is figuring it out. That's the ring. Well, Harry actually thinks that whole mindset is probably the problem, that we need to individuate. Well, I'm putting words in his mouth now. All right, will you tell that fucker, okay, excuse my language, tell that fucker to talk to Perry and get some sense in his head, okay? Because obviously you're not capable of putting that sense in his head, Larry. Now go tell Harry. All right, well, you don't have to get all upset with me, okay, Terry? I'm just relaying to you that Harry doesn't want to talk to you. Yeah, well, you need to just have him go talk to frickin' Perry, okay? This is crazy. You want to be a psychic and you can't even fucking figure that out. Go ahead, go tell him. Hey, Harry? He's not too happy. What do you mean he's not too happy? He's not too happy. Terry is not too happy that you don't want to talk to him. Well, you said I didn't want to talk to him. It's just like it's not that I don't want to talk to him. I just think we're stuck here because we keep doing the same thing over and over again. And if we stop doing the same thing, he says that you need to talk to Perry, that you're not right in the head. None of us are right in the head. We're down here buried like the dead. I like that. Harry, I gotta say, you're getting smarter. I've never been stupid, okay? That's part of my defense mechanism. I play stupid, but I actually am not stupid. It's one of those things. People underestimate me and I get the advantage. Wow. Okay. It's good to know, Harry. Are you doing that now? Are you playing psychological games with me and manipulating me now? I wouldn't say that I'm manipulating you, but I'm not necessarily being 100% transparent with you. Okay. That's good to know. Talk to Perry, see what he thinks. I told you, Larry. And I told you really well. Go to hell. Are you trying to fail this class? Larry, I'm not convinced that it is a class. And I'm not convinced that we need a consensus or need to play together as a team. They're playing us off one another. That's what I suspect. And I gotta say, I'm not too enthusiastic about the prospect of Perry talking to Terry. I kind of like the fact that they're separated and that they have to go through us. That puts us in a power position. Have you thought about that, Larry? Well, is this really the essence of your upsurgence in intelligence there, Harry? Suddenly getting selfish and starting to get power hungry, is it? I don't know if I can talk to you anymore, Harry. You seem to be deviating quite a bit from the norm. Your standards have shifted, Harry. Tell Perry that I regret to inform him that I will be taking a little quiet time. You're going to tell Perry, through me, that you're going to take some quiet time. Yes. I'm going to sanction you until you behave. But I'm not going to tell Perry that. That would be... I would be... emasculating myself to tell Perry that you're sitting here in moral judgment and moral condemnation of my behavior, and thus you're going to sanction me. Why don't you stick your sanction up your butt? Okay, Larry? And you can tell that to Terry. And meanwhile, I'll inform Perry. Oh, okay, now that you've insulted me, you want me to spread the word. I will not. That would be emasculation. I'm telling you, Harry, you're sabotaging this entire endeavor. We've got to act like a team if we're going to get out of here. No, I'm going to tell you something, Larry, that the entire idea of acting like a team is itself the oppressing agent. The idea is keeping us all fragmented. I say to you, Larry, let's just stay fragmented and quit pretending that we have to work together. Because when we have to work together, I feel mediocre. I feel very mediocre, Larry, and you can tell Terry, and I will tell Perry. Hey, Perry. What is it, Harry? I don't want to work as a team. Yeah. Why is that, Harry? Because I'm tired of people treating me as less than when I'm actually more gifted than everybody. Okay, well, that sounds interesting, Harry. That's not going to get us anywhere. Really? Yeah, I think that if you take that attitude and adopt that perspective, then you're just going to... I just think that we're not going to be able to... I just think that it's probably not a good idea. Harry, it's not a good idea. It's not. Well, fuck you. Perry, I do what I want to do. Okay? You guys have got all these ideas, and I think they all suck. And I don't think we're getting any closer to whatever it is that you want to do. Getting closer to what I want to do? I want to get the fuck out of here. Yeah? Well, let me ask you something there, Smarty Pants. Smarty Perry Pants. Why do you want to get out of here? Why can't you just accept where you are? Why do you have to resist? Have you ever thought about that? Everybody says no to the present moment, and then wonder why they're so stuck. Well, I say yes. And if that means defying the consensus and not being a team player, well, I say fuck it. I am not a team player. You can pass that along. No, I can't pass that along to anybody because I'm only talking to you. Okay, Harry? Now you can pass that along to Larry if you want. Larry, I'm done being a team player. Okay, well, I'm not talking to you anyways, Harry. I'm done being a team player. I am accepting the present moment. I'm not trying to get us out of here because I think that's the test. And you can go and tell Terry that Harry is going to stay where he is. Right here, in his coffin. Psychic extraordinaire. Psychic Esquire. Psychic par excellence. Go ahead now. Tell Terry. No, I'm not going to pass that along. I think that's really egotistical. A lot of self-aggrandizement there, Harry. You've really come a long way, Harry. It's because I've decided to defy the protocol. I know what this is about. This is about conformity. Working together as a team. Yes, teams are authoritarian. Because now we have to work as a team. My individual voice gets stifled. Pass that along to Terry. No, I'm not. I'm not going to pass that along to Terry. I am not going to do that because we're not a team anymore, so I don't pass your messages and your missives. That's redundant. Messages and missives. I don't care. You suddenly got all smart there, didn't you, Harry? Because you're so defiant and autonomous and sovereign. Oh, now you're smarter than everyone. I already told you, I think. Or was that with Perry? No, that was with you, Larry. I told you that my idiocy is an act. Yes, you were quite good at it. Of course, it's because I'm so intelligent. Can't pass yourself off as an idiot if you're not intelligent. If you're an idiot, you can't pass yourself off as an idiot because you are an idiot. Yes, Harry, you make good points there. But you're forgetting something. What? Well, right now we are acting as a team. We are establishing order and meaning. No, we're not. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing, Harry. So I will pass that along to Terry, that you are acting as a team member despite your best intentions. Those really wouldn't be best intentions. No, they're best intentions for you, Harry, not best intentions for me, Larry, or Terry, or Perry. But despite your best intentions for you, Harry, I will pass this along. Don't you dare pass that along. Oh, why are you so afraid of me passing this along to Terry? I don't know. I have no idea why I'm so afraid. I don't know what to do. If we consent, we're stuck. If we act as individuals, we're stuck. If we think we know, we're stuck. And if we resign ourselves to ignorance, we're stuck.